All right, now, first and foremost, rest in peace to Takeoff. We know he had an amazing memorial service yesterday in Atlanta, and today Quavo decided to post on Instagram the same speech that he gave at Takeoff's funeral. So let's hear what he had to say. And he started with, "Dear Take, it's so hard to tell you I'ma miss you because you always with me. And we did everything together. Since we were kids, you been by my side, looking up at me, them eyes waiting on me to make the next move. Then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first so you can do it right with me. You never competed with me. We were always on the same team. You hated playing against me because I was always playing too hard or too rough. Then I can hear my mama say, 'Son, you too rough,' 'cause I didn't like to lose. Remember, our first dream was to be tag team partners in WWE. We fell in love with WWF wrestling, man. We had every action figure. Thought we was gonna be pro wrestlers, 'cause the way he imitated all the wrestlers so good, and if you know Take, his imitation skills are to a T. He could imitate anybody, just ask Danny and P. Super quiet though, quietest in the room, but paid attention to everything going on in the room, always been like that. Nothing ever really bothered Take, and he didn't bother anybody. He the most unbothered person in the world. He never got mad, he never raised his voice, and when he did, he silenced the room because what Take said was law, and he wasn't changing his mind for nah, not even Unc could. You just gotta let him cool off for about 30 minutes. But by far, the funniest person in the room. Once you got him going, he wouldn't stop. And last but not least, he took time with everything. We called it takeoff time. Whenever we would be running late to the shows, he would always say, "God will get us there on time." He said, "God will get us there on time." Some shows God did. Some shows we were late. Point is, he trusted God. Throughout this whole time, he had a real passion for music. It was his dream to become a rapper, 'cause I didn't know what I wanted to do. I tried everything, all the sports. After every game, I would come home and he would just sit there playing the game with the controller in his hand looking at my face, and he could tell we lost another game. So sports wasn't his thing 'cause he saw me lose all the time. This is how I knew he was going to be a rapper. Growing up, he knew every song off the Hot Boys album, every lyric, word for word, and he was cursing up a storm. Mama heard him rapping, took the CD, and said that music was too grown for us. Until we won the Boys and Girls Club talent show together, performing "Get Your Roll On" by Big Timers. It was all good then. So it's safe to say we had something going on then. It came easy to us when it came to style and swag. We were always looking like somebody 'cause our mama dressed us like rappers or grown men, as you can see in the pictures. Our clothes were huge, but we had the look. Then he created this triplet flow, and the rest was history. He never worried about titles, credit, or what man got the most shine. That wasn't him. He didn't care about none of that as long as we brought it back home to the family. This whole time, I've been trying to figure out what you really are to me because nephew wasn't it. We hated that word nephew, or when they said unc and few, 'cause we always knew we were way closer than that, and it made me feel old too. but I knew you weren't my brother 'cause you are my sister's son. So I couldn't say brother. Now I finally get it. You are our angel. Watching me and watching us this whole time in living form, making sure everyone felt your love and hugs while you were here, and you made our dreams come true. Whenever you spoke it, it manifested it. When you said, God gonna do it, he did it. I'm just proud to be in your life. I'm proud to be your uncle. I'm proud we saw the world and done things we couldn't ever imagine together. We laughed way more than we ever argued. And when we did, I always was in the wrong every time. I guess mama made that rule too. I'm proud to say I've seen your blessings. I've seen you bless me. You bless mama. You bless Shara. You bless Treat, Heaven, and Zeke. You will continue to send our blessings down from heaven. And I will continue to keep your name alive as long as I live. It's always my responsibility to look after my fuse and nieces. I will do that before we make moves or any decisions. We gonna always say, what would Take think? Always being ain't none gonna change. Me and you knew we gonna always be with each other for life, and just like now, we gonna see each other again. I love you with all my heart. I'll never leave you. I guess God just ain't need my help. So you can ask him for me what I gotta do to be with you again, in a place where there's no pain, no demons, no jealousy, no envy, no greed. Whatever we have to do, God, to be at that place of paradise, send us the tools now, 'cause we want to be with Take. Love you, nephew. Hey, man. Very powerful words, very thoughtful words. And, you know, I liked when Quavo talked about their dynamic as uncle and nephew, and how he never, they never wanted to say uncle and nephew because they knew they was like brothers. But he said, hey, I realized you were our angel. And, I never knew that Quavo and TakeOff was in the WWE and wrestling. And, he really said a lot about their past. And I thought it was really interesting, talking about how they knew every song off the Hot Boys album. That he said they performed Get Your Roll On at the Boys and Girls. Look, if you wasn't in the Boys and Girls Club, it's just a different type of vibe, man. And, you can tell these two brothers been through a lot together. And, I'm getting a little choked up again. Look, I look, in the last video, I kind of teared up. So I'm trying to keep it together this time. But like I told y'all, man, unfortunately, if you come from where I'm from, and it don't matter what city you from, if you come from the hood, if you come from the places that sometimes the government forget about, we've seen a lot of senseless violence and a lot of life being taken away for no reason. And, it can hit home. And so, we send prayers to TakeOff, and we hope he's in a better place. We send prayers to his family, Quavo, Offset, Cardi B, whoever, his mother, whoever. The whole city of Atlanta, if you felt some way about this passing and it hit you, we want to send prayers to you. And let me know what y'all thought about this, man. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.